Stuff. All right, let's bring up our second finalist of the day. Sunniva Super Coffee, Jake and Jim Decicco. Come on up. Round of applause for Jim and Jake. All right. Once again, you guys know the deal. You get 2 mics. Your time is right over there.
Good morning. My name is Jim, and I'm the oldest brother at Sunniva. This is Jake, our middle brother. Our youngest brother, Jordan, couldn't be with us this week. He's got a big basketball game in Philly tonight. Sunniva is a product that was created in our little brother's dorm room. He was falling asleep in class. He craved better tasting, better for you energy. As student athletes, we were always exhausted. We realized that our classmates felt the same way. Long days of classes and late nights in the library are tiring. All college kids need energy. By no means is this a drink focused on athletes. We were tired, and so were our friends. We never dreamt of being beverage entrepreneurs. We didn't analyze the market and say, what's missing? The product worked so well for us, and we wanted to share it with our friends, who shared it with their friends and their friends, and before long, we were in business. The beverage industry feels like we're still playing sports. It's gritty, competitive, and we're excited and grateful to be on the playing field. So we brew organic Colombian coffee blended with lactose-free protein and MCT oil from coconuts. Unlike bulletproof coffee, we use a milk protein isolate from grass-fed cows instead of butter, which keeps our saturated fats below 5 grams and less than 120 calories per bottle. We don't use protein the same way Organic Valley or Muscle Milk does. Loved the commercial yesterday, but this is not just for the bros. We use a lactose-free protein for taste instead of fatty creamers. It's just a healthier way to make your coffee. This is a product that tastes more like a Starbucks Frappuccino than a cold brew coffee by design. What makes us different is we combine health and energy with that familiar taste that our generation craves.
Created by tired college students for tired college students. So we are targeting college students and recent graduates. This is our young millennial audience. I don't want to offend anyone in this room, but some of you millennials are starting to get old. I met a millennial yesterday, and he had gray hair. I didn't know what was going on. We are effectively reaching these college students through a food service focus, getting the product on campus, in university C-stores, and dining areas. Food service is traditionally a tough business with a high barrier to entry. But we are executing in this channel through a recent partnership with Performance Food Group and a loyal campus ambassador program. We are replicating this strategy throughout the Northeast with the Compass Group and Food Buy. We are in the final stages of negotiating a manufacturing contract with them now. Compass will roll us out in colleges from the University of Virginia up to Boston College. Priced affordably on campus at $2.99, kids pay by conveniently swiping their student ID, which isn't even money to them. Our loyal college ambassadors engage with students on campus and serve as our feet on the street in the surrounding markets. Our DSD partners occupy the shelves of students' favorite C-stores, brunch stops, lunch spots, grocery stores, and office cafes. Our college customers grow with our brand. After graduation, college students become our young professionals and include Super Coffee in their daily grind at home, in the office, and in the gym. We are now available on Amazon Prime, so students are able to order Super Coffee from their iPhone while they're sitting in their dorm rooms. Beyond the college campus, we are seeing high velocities per outlet in our secondary markets. Above is an email from a Whole Foods team leader in reference to our first week in their store. We sold 45 cases that week and broke the store's weekly category sales record. We experienced similar velocities as we added stores throughout the region, especially at stores near college campuses. Whole Foods is a nice brand to be involved with, but it will be a secondary focus to our growth strategy as we target college students. This was the evidence we needed that our product has a practical application in sales channels outside of college campuses. Our older millennials, yoga moms, busy professionals, and health-conscious shoppers are all fans of Super Coffee.
We've been doing this for just over a year now, and we've learned a lot from many mistakes, but we recognize that we don't have all the answers, not even close. We made this trip to the West Coast as an investment in our education. We are out here to learn from the experts and the talented entrepreneurs who have done it before. We're still figuring out who we are as a brand and the best ways to effectively communicate that message. As we continue to improve and iterate, here's what we do know. We know that we are not a craft high-end cold brew. We know that the Whole Foods customer is not our target demographic. And we know what we want. This is a product that we created for ourselves and our peers. It's simply a better tasting, better for you, high energy coffee. Since our little brother brewed this first batch in his dorm room, we've known that this is a product for college students everywhere. Our generation resonates with the taste, health, and energy our products provide. We have 1 second for a quick selfie.
All right.
Look good.
Great job, guys. All right. All right, Nicole, what do you think of the opportunity for these for bulletproof style coffees, and what do you think of their presentation?
I thought the presentation was great. You guys are great and energetic. The one thing, and I was taking notes. I didn't really hear the story behind the name, Sunniva.
Yeah, so we mentioned it quickly yesterday. Sunniva means gift from the sun. Transparent message about our ingredients and healthy energy we provide.
Okay. I think it's a really tough category. I do like the fact you're saying not another cold brew, but I think going head to head against a Starbucks Frappuccino, there wasn't enough differentiation either in the taste or the message for me to break out of the pack. And so I do like the fact you guys are targeting a unique channel initially to get consumer acceptance. At University C stores, you have a captive audience, and you guys would resonate incredibly well there. So I like that fact, but I think the differentiation of really what the product does and its message needs to be a little clearer.
Okay, Ken, what's your take on Sunniva?
Yes. Ken or Kim?
Oh, how about Kim? That's good.
No, I agree. I was struggling a little bit with the differentiation, just going back to the origin and this notion of solving the problem of college students being tired. How are you really differentiating versus all of the other offerings that could definitely deliver against that? On the positive, I love the addition of the protein. The notion of super coffee, I think, is really, really compelling. There were a couple of the flavors that felt a little chalky on the afternote, but I think that's probably driven by some of the flavor profiles. But overall, I thought it was a good taste, but would definitely want to just encourage you to lean in on the point of difference for the brand.
There you go. All right, now Ken.
I think the flavor call out on the band is a little bit of a liability in that it's the only place you say it. Once the person has taken you can see the cap comes off. I would definitely call out the flavor again somewhere on the final execution. I agree with what's been said about the name in general, but I like it. The last comment, I guess, is you're doing a good job of blending all of these ingredients because you've got stevia, you've got whey protein, you've got, all those things can be really difficult to deal with, and there is a chalky note in a couple of them, but stevia can be bitter and the protein can be dry, so it's not an easy combo.
Do you have a comment?
Thank you.
Okay. Greg, the guys outlined a really great, really succinct target and vision. They have a college ambassador program. What do you think of that approach to introducing your brand to a wide variety of consumers?
I think it's smart. It's kind of imperative when you're going into a category that is such a red ocean. It's every day somebody is making a coffee in their bathtub and selling it at the store. So I think it's good. You can build an advocacy amongst your peers for this brand. I think that's genius. I think you're going head to head though with other brands that are all organic or they're very clear that they're GMO free. On the front, I don't see that on the primary display panel. So the thing that you've got, I think, is an interesting call out is the whole idea of super coffee. I just think it needs to be backed up more on the front. How many MCT oils do you have in there? How many grams?
5 grams.
So I would put that on the front. you know, I'd have like MCT oil, the protein, and the energy thing on the front to support the notion of super coffee. And then separately, the carrageenan thing, which you're going to see in another 6 months, is kind of an ingredient that's going to fall out of favor. You're already seeing brands like Califia taking it out. So
Come quarter 2, we won't have carrageenan. Acacia gum and gellan gum.
there you go.
There you go. John, you get the last word.
Jeez, well, saw you guys yesterday. I mean, I think great job up there. Again, love the energy and the story. You know, only other thing I guess I'd bring up that we mentioned yesterday was just kind of getting away from the look of like a muscle milk product. You know, I think that's still the only thing that kind of really stands out for me that would try to get away from. So, but otherwise, great job, guys.
All right,
Thanks,
great
guys.
feedback from the judges. Round of applause for Sunniva.